The Windsor College Murders, an audio drama reading by Stargazer. Part 2, Friday Morning. Chapter 2, Fine Stretched Across Her Face. The phone rings. 19-year-old Sydney Prescott rustles awake in her cute dorm room and picks up the phone completely unaware of the hell that is in store for her. Hello? Hello? From the other end, the distorted voice of Ghostface responds. Hello, Sydney. Yes, Sydney asks, yawning. What's your favorite scary movie? Who is this? You tell me. Rolling her eyes, she picks up her caller ID add-on. Corey Gillis, 5550176. Oh, shit! Hot flash, Corey. Crank calls are a criminal offense prosecuted under Penal Code 653M. Corey hangs up and Sydney is left with the dial tone in her ear. She puts the phone back on its receiver and comments, Hope you enjoyed the movie. She turns to see Hallie McDaniel, still getting ready, walk up and ask her, Time to change numbers again? Sydney responds, No, it'll die off. It's opening weekend. We'll see how it goes. Contented, Hallie responds, Okay, and clicks on the TV where the voice of a man known too well to Sydney is heard. You know, Ron, it's not an easy thing to be accused of a crime you didn't commit, particularly one as heinous as murder. His interviewer responds, But how do people treat you now that they know the truth about your innocence? Most people are cool. There's a few who still keep their distance, which is odd for me because I've always been sort of a people person. But you were wrongly accused. You were fully exonerated. Yeah, well, that and a nickel will get you a cup of coffee. Even that's not true anymore. The audience laughs. His interviewer continues, Certainly, with Gale Weathers' book and now the movie, it set the record straight for Cotton Weary. One would think, but Gale's been terrific. Hallie, noticing Sid completely transfixed on the screen, swats at her lovingly with a towel and commands, Hey, move your ass. You're late. Don't forget about that martini mixer tonight at Delta Lambda Zetas. I don't think I'm gonna make it, Hal. What? Don't even try to bag, okay? 'Cause you promised me. A vague promise at best, Sydney confirms as she exits their room. Nobody's asking you to join, okay? It's a party, free beer, meet the girls. Hallie, you know me in organized religion. It's a sorority. Worse. Look, Sid, just lower the walls for the next few days, okay? The self-induced isolation you got going is not healthy. I'm fine. I'm fine. Yes, I know. I'm fine is stretched tightly across your face. They share a genuine smile with each other as another girl runs up to them, hand on her chest, check out the news. Hallie quickly stomps back into the room, while Sydney's entire body goes tight. All the worst-case scenarios begin flooding her mind. If she believed in luck, which of course she didn't, it would turn out to be another prank gone wrong. But something deep in her gut told her to brace for a series of copycat killings. On the TV, a newscaster reports, The two Windsor College students were murdered late last night during a sneak preview of the new movie Stab. Police haven't released any information except for the victims' names, but a press conference is scheduled for later today. The victims, Maureen Evans and Phil Stevens, were both Windsor seniors. Sydney's hands go cold and her heart skips a beat. Maureen? That's my mother's name. What the fuck is happening? Could this be connected to Woodsboro? Woodsboro. Randy. Almost too stunned to speak, Sydney asks Hallie, Where's Randy? He's got film theory this morning. Sydney dresses quickly and rushes past her fellow students who look at her as if she were a walking corpse. As she exits her dormitory, a dozen news reporters pounce on her. Sydney! Sydney! Sydney, did you know the victims? Do you feel threatened by the murders? Pushing her way through an all too familiar situation, Sydney replies, No comment. Do you think there'll be more murders? Sydney! Sydney! What can you tell us about the victims? How about the police? We just need one statement. Please talk to us. But like a flash, she's gone, with only one person on her mind, the one survivor of what she thought had been left behind she could reach, Randy. Chapter 3. Sequels Suck. Nearly every seat in the small film theory classroom is filled with college students, half who would rather be anywhere else on a Friday morning, and the other half filled with die-hard movie enthusiasts who are enriched in a debate with their professor who adds, You could say what happened in the theater is a direct result of the movie itself. At that, Cece Cooper, blonde, beautiful, and intelligent, perks up. That is so moral majority. You can't blame real-life violence on entertainment. Two students spin their heads back at Cece. What? Wait a second. Yes, you can. Don't you even watch the news? Yeah, hello. The murderer was wearing a ghost mask, okay? Just like in the movie, it's directly responsible. Offended, Cece counters with, no, it's not. Movies are not responsible for our actions. From the back of the class, Mickey Altieri, Windsor Sr., speaks up. It's a classic case of life imitating art, imitating life. This is not a hypothetical. It's not about art. I had biology with that girl. This is reality. Finally, hearing some common sense, Randy Meeks, horror diehard and survivor of the Woodsboro murders, chimes in. Thank you. I agree with you. Let me tell you about reality, Mickey. I lived through this, okay? Life is life. It doesn't imitate anything. Come on, Randy. With all due respect, the killer obviously patterned himself after two serial killers who have been immortalized on film. Interested, the professor stokes the flames of his students. Are you suggesting that someone's trying to make a real-life sequel? Loudly, Randy yells, Stab 2? Who'd want to do that? Sequels suck. Nothing is heard over the ruckus of students arguing. Randy simmers the mass. Oh, please, please, by definition alone they're inferior films. With a conniving half-smile, Mickey states, it's bullshit generalization. Many sequels have surpassed their original. Oh yeah? Begs Randy. Name one, asks Cece. A random student calls out, Aliens, far better than the first. Yeah, well, there's no accounting for taste. Cece stabs back. Thank you, Ridley Scott rules. Name another, asks Randy. No, Aliens is a classic, okay? Get away from her, you bitch. I believe the line is stay away from her, you bitch? It's film class, right? Counters Randy, getting a small laugh from the class and the professor. Embarrassed, the student concedes. Yeah, whatever, you know what I mean. Another. T2. You've got a hard-on for Cameron, Cece points out. Big one, adds Randy. Wait a second, the first Terminator is historical, yeah. Randy, giving his brush impression. Sarah Connor? Yes? He imitates a gunshot, making the class erupt in laughter again. Alright. House 2, the second story, which makes everyone wince. Randy yells over the ruckus again. The entire horror genre was destroyed by sequels. Mickey, hand raise. Hey, I got it, by the way. I got it. The Godfather, Part 2, which leads to general agreement among the class. Imitating Marlon Brando, Randy adds, very good. That's the Oscar-winning exception. Causing laughter once more to erupt among his classmates. The professor chimes in, concluding class. All right, that's enough. That'll be a wrap. The sequel discussion to be continued. From the hallway, Randy peeks, seeing Sydney gesturing him her way. As he makes his way toward his unrequited love, he is stopped by another student who asks, So, Mr. Originality, how would you make it different? I'd let the geek get the girl, answers Randy confidently as he sprays 2 puffs of mouth freshener and exits the classroom. Finally making it outside, where they can somewhat breathe, Sydney pushed Randy further on the subject. 300 people watched. Nobody did anything. They thought it was a publicity stunt, for Christ's sakes. Completely unfazed and in a Cockney accent, Randy counters, and it would have been a good one, too. It's starting again, Randy. It's not. A lot of shit happens at the movies. People get robbed, shot, maimed, murdered. Multiplexes are a very dangerous place to be these days. Yeah, and you're in extreme denial. Breaking his mocking accent. And you should be too. This had nothing to do with us. Randy, a guy in a ghost mask hacked up 2 people in a movie theater telling our life story. Coincidence? You know what happened at Woodsboro, Randy. You can't ignore it. I know, Sid, but I don't want to go back there again. Can't we just go back to our pseudo-quasi-happy existence? Rushing behind Sydney and Randy is Derek Feldman, pre-med sophomore and all-around nice guy, and protective boyfriend of Sydney. Randy quietly and sarcastically says, Hello, Derek. How you doing? Hey, Sid, I've been looking everywhere. I heard. You weren't in class. Derek explains, giving Sydney a peck on the cheek. Yeah, I know, I skipped. I couldn't take all the that's her looks. Is there anything I can do? Well, you got any tricks for getting me back to a pseudo-quasi-happy existence? You know, I might just have one for that. Yeah? Randy, completely miffed by having his one-on-one with Sydney, interrupted. Oh yeah, what is it? At which Derek leans in and kisses Sydney deeply, to which she replies, That was pretty good. Randy to himself, Get a room. Chapter 4. I point, you shoot. Windsor campus is busy with news people, police, and students, and at the heart of it all is Gale Weathers, lead reporter of Top Story and now renowned author of the Woodsboro murders. They're threatening to what? Are you kidding me? They'd be stupid to pull this movie. With all this free press, they're gonna have huge numbers this weekend. It'll break box office records. She paused for the rambling from the other end of her cell. Consider it done. Click. Miss Weathers, hi, I'm Joel. The affiliate sent me. I'm your new cameraman. Yeah, you got experience? Yeah, I'm local, but I shot the bingo finals. I almost got an award for that. Alright, listen, Joel, this is how it works. I point, you shoot. You stay focused and fast on your feet, and we'll get along fine. You're playing with the big boys now. You got it? Got it. Got you covered. I'm all over it. Hey, don't worry about a thing. I mean, how hard can it be? You point, I shoot, I'm there. From behind Gale comes Debbie Salt, 44-year-old reporter with an abrasive demeanor. Excuse me, Miss Weathers, could I have a minute? No. Just 1 second. I know you probably get this all the time, but I just wanted to say I'm such a big fan of your work. I just finished your book. I couldn't put it down. Insightful, probing. I just really, really loved your book. Thank you. Thanks. Gale begins to trot off, high heels clicking. And to her disdain, Debbie follows. You know, I'm a writer myself. I write for the local paper for the Post-Telegram. I'm Debbie Salt. I took your seminar in Chicago last year. I was the one in the front row asking all the questions. Right, I thought you looked familiar. Oh, thank you. Can't wait to see the movie. You know, you must be getting quite a lot of flack, right? I mean, with all the violence and cinema issues. What is your position going to be? No comment. Other reporters eyeing Gale have begun to surround the two women in their uncomfortable conversation. Miss Weathers, please, it would be such an honor for me if I could just get a quote from you for my story. Okay, begin quote. Your flattering remarks are both desperate and obvious. End quote. Debbie, pissed, stands offended as the other reporters push past her towards Gale. Gale, what are you doing here? Do you think these murders are connected to Sidney Prescott? Asks one reporter. What's your theory on this? Miss Weathers, what's your feeling about this? Asks another. Gale rolls her eyes and directs her attention to the reason she walked all this way. A police official takes to the podium and through the PA, May I have your attention? My name is Chief Lewis Hartley. Without missing a beat, Gale chimes in. Chief Hartley, hi, Gale Weathers, author of the Woodsboro murders. Do you think the killer will strike again? We have no evidence that this is a serial killer. I'd like to read from the prepared. Can you tell us of any precautions that you're taking? Gale snaps her fingers at Joel, who keeps missing his cue to put the camera on her. Well, first of all, we think it's just an isolated incident, and we will be pursuing every precaution possible. From afar, Mickey, Randy, Hallie, Sydney, and Derek make their way through the crowd, noticing the press conference. Mickey and Randy, eyes wide on Gale. Oh my god, this is huge. Sydney, look, it's Gale Weathers. Star of the Gale Weathers press conference, based on the book by Gale Weathers, soon to be a major motion picture starring Gale Weathers. Randy says directly into Mickey's video recorder, which he annoyingly and religiously carries around campus filming his college life. Sydney, in a low tone, tells Randy, Be kind, she saved our lives. Randy, unaware of what Sydney said, She had calf implants. Drawn to the action, Randy says, I'm gonna get closer. Derek moves in close to Sid and asks, So that's her? Yeah. In succinct step, the girls of the Delta Lambda Zeta sorority walk up to the group. Hello, girls, enjoying yourselves? Hallie turns and standing upright. Hello, Sister Lois, Sister Murphy. Hello, Pledge. Hi, Sydney. Forcing eye contact, Sydney says, Hey, this must be flat out hell for you. How are you holding up? I manage. It's really weird, isn't it, to think all this fuss is because of you? I mean, not directly, but in some 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon way. Yeah, now, Hallie, are you going to bring your friend to our little martini mixer tonight? Sydney, I have a lot of work to do. Hallie, cutting her off, we'll be there. Oh, good, because Sid, we have our eyes on you. You hang in there, and if there's anything we can do, the Delta Lambdas are very sensitive to your plight, finishes Sister Lois for Sister Murphy. Yeah, bye. Derek, trying to lighten the mood, asks Sydney, You gonna start to dress like that once you get in? That's not gonna happen. Mickey, with a slick smile on his face, The Delta Landas are the biggest bunch of fucking Hallie offended. Hey, I'm pledging Delta Landa, thank you. Sydney, always alert, sees a man with a limp searching in the distance. But once she realizes the man that it is, she immediately relaxes and walks away from her friends with an, "Oh my god." Chapter 5. One of the Good Guys. "Dewey, what are you doing here?" asks Sydney as she runs up and grabs her longtime brother figure in a big hug. "Oh, I was worried about you." "Yeah?" Sydney asks, beaming with a full smile. "I heard about what happened and I was on the next plane. Can we talk?" Yeah. Are you okay?" "I'm fine, Dewey. Or I was. I mean, things were okay until now, but theater's going great. I got my first starring role. We open in 2 days." "That's great." "Yeah, I'm loving it, you know. And I've got some great friends, and I'm seeing someone. Nice guy, pre-med, no apparent psychotic tendencies." Dewey takes a deep breath and reaffirms, "I was just worried. Look, Sid, if there is some freaked out psycho trying to follow in Billy Loomis's footsteps, you probably already know him. Or her. Or them. They're probably already in your life. They get off on that. I just want you to be careful, Sid." Sydney, forlorn and breaking down with the weight of it all. "Oh, you think I don't know that, Dewey? But what am I supposed to do? Just cut everybody off? Crawl under a rock? What?" Dewey sighs and shakes his head. "Just watch out. Keep an eye out. I'm gonna talk to Chief Hartley and the local police. I'm gonna just hang around. I want to make sure you're safe, if that's all right with you." Looking down, Sydney's frown turns to a smile. "Yeah, I'd be honored." "All right, Sid." And with that, Dewey walks off. Sydney rejoins her friends and Derek asks, "You okay?" "Uh-huh." "Who was that guy?" "An old friend." Randy, grinning to himself. "Deputy Dewey, Woodsboro's finest. What's he doing here?" "He's worried, our surrogate big brother. Nothing like a funeral to bring the family together. I'm gonna go say hi." Chapter 6. Not Here to be Loved. Mickey, filling the lull in conversation, adds, "Chief Hartley said the girl was stabbed 7. Derek cuts him off. "Drop it." "Hello, Sydney. How are you?" asks Gail, with her cameraman and crowd giving Sydney all manner of deja vu. "Hi. What do you want, Gail?" "Well, I was hoping I might just get a few words from you." She gestures a man forward that makes Sydney back away. "Cotton." "Hi, Sydney." Gail, never missing her conscience of timing. Here we are at Windsor College, where Sydney Prescott has just been reunited with Cotton Weary for the first time since she wrongly accused him of murdering her mother. Sydney, fuming, "What the hell are you doing?" "We want to know how you feel. Tell us everything that's happened, looking back on the last 2 years. Cotton, pushing forward, "Sydney, I'd just like to say that I forgive and forget. And just like you, I'd like to get back on with my own life." "Do you have any comments?" "You bitch!" Sydney squares up and Gail backs up. Derek puts a hand on Sid's shoulder. Deep breath, lots of deep breaths. Sydney begins to walk away. "Oh, Sydney, share with us, please." Spinning around with a backhand that connects perfectly with her right cheek, Sydney sends Gail into Cotton. "I'll share with you." Derek grabs Sydney. Okay. Hallie pushes forward, pointing down the camera. "Did you get that on film?" Joel mockingly. "Yes, I got that on film." Cotton, shocked. Sydney. Where's she going, Gail? Sydney, where's she going? Gail, I thought we had an official interview. What's going on? She didn't know? Joel adds, "Man, that was cold." Gail, recovering from the honestly strong hit. "Hey, you need to check your conscience at the door, sweetie. I'm not here to be loved." Cotton, understandably upset. "Gail, you promised me my 10 minutes of national coverage. You'll get your 10 minutes when I get my goddamn interview." "Don't walk away from me, Gail. Gail, I did my part." "Joel!" Gail yells as she furthers the distance between her and Cotton, running into none other than her previously brief flame, Dewey Riley. "Dewey, what are you doing here?" "Why don't you just leave her alone? Hasn't she been through enough? And my name is Dwight." "I was just doing my job, Dwight. No matter who gets hurt in the process." "Hey, who got punched here? Again?" "Well, I don't condone violence, but maybe you deserved it." Page 32. Deputy Dewey filled the room with his Barney Fife-ish presence. You read my book. Oh yes, I do read, Miss Weathers. Oh, Dewey, don't take it so seriously. It's a character in a book. Page 41. Deputy Dewey oozed with inexperience. Do you think you're overreacting just a little bit? No, what I think is that you're a money-hungry, fame-seeking, and forgive me for saying, mediocre writer who's got a cold storage shed where her heart should be. No offense intended. Dewey, I never meant to imply. How do you know that my dim-witted inexperience isn't merely a subtle form of manipulation used to lower people's expectations, thereby enhancing my ability to effectively maneuver within any given situation? Gale gives him a genuine smile, completely smitten with him. She reaches for his face. I'm sorry, but before she can touch him, he lurches backward. I don't know what else to say except I'm sorry. No, I'm the one that's sorry. I misjudged you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some oozing to do. One more thing. Nice streaks. And with that, Gale replies, Well.